Hello trainees, I am Aloizima Nishime, a lecturer of Principles of Ecology and Conservation and Plant Communities and Distribution at the University of Rwanda, College of Science and Technology, and a trainer of Continuous Professional Development, Certificate in Educational Mentorship and Coaching for STEM Teachers, a project of University of Rwanda College of Education in partnership with Rwanda Education Board and VVOB. In the previous section, you have been introduced to gender. You have seen that gender refers to socially determined laws and relations between male and females. In this presentation, we are going to see different key terms used when discussing gender-related topics. You may ask yourself, what is gender discrimination? As an example, on this figure, you can see a woman receiving a quarter of the salary that the man is receiving. In this example, gender discrimination is known as gender pay gap. So, gender discrimination refers to denying opportunities and rights or giving preferential treatment to individuals on the basis of their sex. The second term is gender equality. On this figure, you can see a man and a woman on a horizontal balance. You may ask yourself, what does this mean? This means equal opportunities and benefits for men and women. Therefore, gender equality is the elimination of all forms of discrimination based on gender so that girls and women, boys and men have equal opportunities and benefits. Now let us see what is gender equity. On this figure, you can see 3 students who were given needed means to reach the same goals. This means that the fairness in the way boys and girls, women and men are treated brings equity. In other words, gender equity means being aware of the needs of each gender and provide the required means to achieve the same goals. But then, what is the difference between gender equality and gender equity? When there is a pre-existed asymmetrical or unbalanced distribution between men and women, we have to introduce the means which will lead to equality. For example, if a low number of girls used to go to school due to cultural barriers, there is a need to introduce means in education, in schools, to lift up girls for them to reach the same numbers and goals as their brothers. While equality is the result, equity is the means. Equity leads to equality. But then what do you understand by gender stereotypes? On this figure, you can see that a woman is given lots of activities to accomplish, while the man only has very few. On the next figure, you can see a girl and a boy given different types of toys. From this example, you can ask yourself, how does society dictate gender? What do you buy to your kids as toys? Or how do you choose the work to assign to our students in class? Therefore, gender stereotypes is the constant presentation, such as in the media, conversations, jokes, or books, of women and men occupying social roles according to a traditional gender law or division of labor. What is gender sensitive? This figure shows us that women and men together can achieve more. So, gender sensitive is the ability to perceive gender issues. It is the beginning of gender awareness. The opposite of gender sensitivity is gender blindness. The last term used when discussing gender issues is what we call gender-based violence. On this figure, you can see a woman beating a man in A man verbally harassing a woman in B, and a man sexually harassing a woman in C, and a woman harassing a man because of money in D. All these are some examples of gender-based violence, as they are vice versa for men and women. So gender-based violence is the act of violence, either physical, corporal, psychological, verbal, sexual, etc., inflicted on women or on men because of their gender and their sexuality. As a conclusion, we have been able to learn the key terms used when discussing gender, and these include gender discrimination, gender equality, gender equity, gender stereotypes, gender sensitive, and gender-based violence. These terms help to understand the gender concept within the society, build awareness about gender, avoid gender blindness, and know the complementarity of men and women in society. As SSRs, we hope that you gain the skills which will help you to implement gender inclusiveness in your daily teaching and learning activities. In the following section, you will learn what a gender-responsive pedagogy is. Dear trainees, I thank you for your kind attention.